Hey guys, welcome to the Ask Enosh Show, episode number 52. And today I want to discuss 3 ways to produce quality blog and article content. Stick around. And the number 3 best way for text written content, the best format on my list as ranking number 3 would be quizzes. And the great thing about quizzes, and what I specifically love about quizzes the most, is their lightheartedness nature. People would more likely engage with quizzes because they feel like this is not a really overly serious article, and that can appeal to a lot of people. Something that they're usually quite quick, they're personal, people can get like an end result usually. People like to be tested in that as well. That's why there's a whole books you can buy before you're going on the train. On the train is like, these quizzes and things like that. They're very popular. And what I love most about it is their lightheartedness nature. And you can take quizzes and pretty much go in multiple different directions. We just recently did a quiz that's really popular, is what type of engagement ring are you? And people just have flocked to that. They love it. And you can take a little bit more serious note, which has also worked for us, and actually how much knowledge do you have about jewelry? And so people like to be tested, to be quizzed, to be sort of compared to, like, let's see how much these people know, and I want to share it around, see how much they know. I got a B, I want to see what everyone else gets. It's just a fun way to sort of engage with content, to get content shared around, and because it's content that when you get your end result, it triggers an emotional reaction. That content generally helps to go a little bit further on social media. People want to tag in their friends, and they might want to link to it. But I find quizzes as more interactive and engaging, and if it's done in a certain way, you can maximize your pages per session as well. Number 2, stats. Stats are a really powerful piece of content. Everybody loves them. Everybody searches for them on Google at one point in their life. If you're preparing a wedding, or you might even want something super serious, like what are the drink driving statistics, and people just need them for assignments. They need them for like it could be university level assignments, it could be high school level, it could be people that are interested. Everyone sort of loves statistics in the fields that they're interested in. I know I watch a lot of football, soccer as you guys call it here in Australia, and I want to know if my club is buying a big player. I actually want to know stats on, like, let's say they're a forward, they're a striker. How many goals have they scored in their last season? How many goals did they set up in the last season? How many times have they beaten players and they've dribbled past other players, and just getting like stats and going on YouTube looking for stats of these players that have signed. So there's many ways to actually build an article where you can actually attach a video in as well, depending on the context. But stats are hugely popular. So no matter what you do, you could be a cleaner, statistics on the cleaners' offices or something like that, right? Some fun way to sort of, it gets serious. And so, you can use stats and statistics, and you can gather them from like government sort of sites, and you can, there's a lot of places where you can actually collect them, and if you want to go one step further and sort of start to sort of collect some of your own and survey certain people and try to use some of your own stats. I think people love that content. So there's many ways. I'm just trying to get your creative juices flowing, and there's many ways to sort of to use stats to generate links, and then using that as an outreach, especially if you're producing stats around a topic that a lot of sites are already linking to that is outdated. So let's say stats that are 10 years old. If you can produce new stats, even if they're based on the same sort of things that they're measuring, but you're going to provide a 2019 list, and then you actually outreach to say, hey, this content is more updated, and here's what we've actually found, and blah blah, and you actually get links from it. I find maybe stats probably won't work as well on social, but may work better for you in terms of attracting links and your overall SEO visibility. And my favorite, by a long distance, is list form content. And I talk about list form content quite a lot, and I find that lists are, I find, the most engaging pieces of content, more from the click-through rate perspective than any other form of content. And while quizzes will be great at sort of generating the lightheartedness, engagement, usually the good thing about list form content is that it's great for SEO, it's great for social media. It can generate both social media and SEO results. And it could be content that is lighthearted. You could take an approach of, here are the top 5 destinations on Instagram where people get engaged, and then you can take it down another route and you can start saying, what are the top 5 reasons that people drink and drive, and how to avoid them. And so you can really go, drink driving, I don't know, it's big today for some reason. You can take it in multiple directions. And I'll find that if you look up stats on this, like I said, last result, you'll find that list form content, if it's written properly, performs extremely well. And that is exactly what I've found in my SEO career. So guys, let me know which one of those 3 you are going to try next, and which one of those 3 you prefer. Maybe your list is a little bit different. I'd love to hear your thoughts on those 3 and whether you've got results with any of those, and I'd love to hear your stories. So please leave a comment in the section below and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day.